I think, like I said, I think that's what was going to happen. But too much experience.
Are we live, Jerry, or is it just say that already?
Oh, just one game, but
Oh,
Wow, is that? Can you hear me right now? Because that was like really late.
we are the Hypes Watch, everybody.
All right, guys.
Oh, look at Jerry.
We are live. Welcome, everyone, to the Hypes Watch reaction to episode 1. I'm here with Sir LT Giles and James JB, the man Bouchel. So, guys, let's just get it. Oh, by the way, I'm Jerry the Targaryen Steamboat, and welcome, everyone. First question I have to you, and then we'll go with the LT first, and that is, LT, do you feel that this was a good welcome back to the series after taking a nearly 2-year hiatus? Did they do the fans right? Did they do it justice? Let's hear your reaction to this first episode.
Man, they always do justice as far as good cinematography. It looked amazing, but I wanted more. It left me wanting more, and I was afraid of that. I was definitely afraid of that.
Was this a good welcome back to Game of Thrones fandom? Whatever, James.
You froze and his camera is loaded. I don't know. Oh, there we go.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
It sounds like I'm having some internet issues, but I mean, I haven't consumed anything Game of Thrones since it went off the air. So I felt like I was a little behind the 8 ball. I wasn't sure how things connected. I was like, damn, I didn't even remember Sam coming back to the North. I don't even know if that was a thing. Like, that was the first time we've seen him there since the end of the last season. Like I said, it's been forever, but I mean, I guess I got what I thought I was going to get. I didn't hate it. It was fine. Maybe it did seem like it was kind of the same thing over and over again when we only have 6 episodes, but this seemed like to me maybe that was the case. Just that they only have 6 episodes, so they got all the reunions out of the way. Like, they knew they needed to do it, and they needed to do it in 1 episode, and after this episode, it's going to kick into gear.
That was leading into my next question here. Do you think they covered enough, given that we only have 6 episodes in this season?
Uh-oh.
Things went out.
Is that for me or for both of us, the question?
Yeah, well, go ahead and answer first, LT.
I think they did a good job of, bringing everybody together, and like JB said, reunions and everything, and, hopefully we just get action in the rest of it, I think they did a good job of bringing everybody together and reunions and, yeah, definitely.
So do you think that there was enough good scenes to have for this episode, or do you think they accomplished enough in the matter of good, memorable moments here?
There was 2 or 1 shocker at the end that was really intense in my opinion, and are we allowed to talk about it? Are we
yeah, go ahead and
okay. The Jamie and Bran scene at the end was so intense. I felt it, dude. It pierced me, like that look between them two. But I'm so confused with Bran because he tells Sam, "I'm not your brother," or "I'm not John's brother," and it's like, I hate this Bran 2000 shit. I want him to be Bran. I don't want him to be the fucking. He's still a human being, and he's acting like he's a god or something like that, and it's really frustrating to me. I'm really sick and tired of this fucking Bran 2000 shit, and I thought it was going to be over finally, but I am really frustrated with the way Bran acts.
So the Robo Bran is not something that Mr. LT Giles is digging. What about eye-rolling moments? How many eye-rolling moments do you think they had? Anything that like stood out to you?
For me, there was one.
Oh, what are these eye-rolling moments?
It was the Anakin Skywalker pod racing scene. That made me roll my eyes. It's working! It's working! when they were going down the canyon on top of the dragons. But aside from that, I really did not roll my eyes too much, to be honest. I mean, it was kind of like overkill with the reunions, but like I said, I think they just had to cram it all in one episode. But
did any of you guys roll your eyes at the opening scene when they tried to recreate episode 1 of season 1? Some might say that Dan and Dave like to do this reusing of old scenes to really bite on the nostalgia, bite on that nostalgia apple. The kind of the way the J.J. Abrams did in The Force Awakens. It's a film trick. Some might say it's a filming technique. Some might say it's a good, effective technique. Some might say it's a cheap technique. But what do you guys think?
I mean, they did it twice this episode. Ended with it or started with it and ended with it. Essentially, I mean, Jamie pushing Bran out the window. So I mean, since they bookended it, and it kind of makes sense in this regard. They're back. Everyone's back in Winterfell. It's whatever. Like, I didn't hate it. I didn't roll my eyes.
Right on, right on. All right, so how much of this episode do y'all think was actual? I think we can all agree that there's been a Dan and Dave Game of Thrones, which is maybe what we've seen season 5 on, and kind of a George R. R. Martin Game of Thrones, which was, when they had material before. But even still, we'll have episodes since season 5 that still had that feel. What would you say this episode was? Was it a 99% Dan and Dave, 1% George R. R. Martin? Or would you say what would you rate the level of it?
I'd say 60-40. I'd say 60 Dan and Dave, 40 George.
I would say about 90-10 Dan and Dave. Because, and I'm not saying that's a terrible thing. I mean, I'm sure people are going to say that we're haters or whatever. I'm not saying it's a terrible thing. I'm just saying that it wasn't very George R. R. Martin. I'm not saying it was bad. It just was not. Because like I said, they crammed all the reunions in one episode. It felt very TV to me. But like I said, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that's what it is.
All right, and the last question I want, since this is just a reaction video, how excited did this episode get you for the next episode and then also for the rest of the season?
Very excited. I left me wanting more, and they got to deliver in these next 5 episodes with more action. Because we only got a little bit of action really in this whole episode. And I predicted that, though. I said there's going to be nearly any deaths in this episode, and nobody important is definitely going to die in this episode, and I was spot on with that.
How dare you say that little Umber boy wasn't important?
Oh, man, don't get me started on the Night King and the message. Oh, that's the dumbest thing. I'm sorry. I'll talk about that more tomorrow. It's the dumbest thing in this episode.
Well, it was an eye roll. Was it an eye rolling moment?
Oh, that was the king of eye roller moments. Although I did say I was worried, I thought that they were going to get bold, and I thought Tormund, that little kid, might have killed Tormund right there. I really thought, because he wasn't paying attention. I thought that little kid might have got him in the neck, and he would have died, and we would have all been sad, but I'm glad it didn't happen because I like Tormund.
Did anyone feel that there was maybe any humor out of place when you heard that he's got blue eyes? Get him! I've always had blue eyes.
I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, that didn't bother me at all. That's fine. I liked it. I mean, it's with characters that generally can be humorous. So since it's Dolorous Ed and Tormund, I was fine with it. Little levity,
right.
But I wasn't. Well, I was gonna say in terms of the last question because I didn't get to answer it. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty excited. The way it ended, it definitely. I think that was actually probably one of the better cliffhangers that they've done because of the history and ramifications of it. But I do believe that it's going to be pretty predictable that since Jamie, it just wouldn't make narrative sense for it to end right there. So, and Jamie's gone on a redemptive arc, that it's probably going to go, not the way it went for Littlefinger. But I will say I was joking on Twitter about how predictive, and we'll mention this tomorrow when we do our video, but how predictive it was when Qyburn gave Bronn the crossbow. We all know how it's going to end. I already know how that's going to end. That's going to end with Bronn with the crossbow up, Jamie in his sights. He's going to shoot, and it's going to hit a white behind Jamie. We already know it's an end like that.
Oh, 1,000%. I think we could all agree on that. There's no way in hell Bran's gonna try and kill, or Braun's gonna try and kill Tyrion, or yeah, come on, we all know that. Anybody who thinks otherwise is just blind.
Wait, what was your next question, Jeremy?
Oh, okay. So I guess just to wrap this up, any more comments that either of you want to make before wrapping up? Because this is just a reaction video for anyone who's just getting in. We're just getting our quick thoughts out there. We have moved. Normally, you guys are used to the Hype Watch in a review right after the episode. But this year, we are coming with a detailed review on Mondays, roughly around 8 p.m. Eastern time, or 8 p.m. Roughly 7:30 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. So we will be there tomorrow for a more detailed breakdown of the episode, scene by scene, how you see the Hype Watch do it. But before we get to that, before we leave off to that, anything you two want to say?
Go ahead, LT. LT leave? Well, I'll go ahead then real quick. So yeah, like it was pretty funny because I wrote down in my notes right after the scene where Tyrion talked in the court, or talked in front of the Northmen, and Sansa said something right after. I was like, so are they just going to gloss over Sansa and Tyrion's history? And in the very next scene, they talk to each other, which I'm glad they did, because I would have ripped that apart if that didn't happen. They just like forgot about that. That would have been terrible writing, but they did bring it back. But no, I mean, like I said, there was a lot of reunions, and I liked a lot of them. I especially like the Arya Pound change, because it was very much both of them the way they would be. But yeah, no, it was fine. It was fine for what it was. I hate it.
All right. Any last words?
No, I think I said plenty for today, and we can speak a lot more tomorrow after review.
Well, guys, thanks for joining tonight. Thanks for questions. Like I said, tomorrow, roughly between 7:30 to 8 p.m. Eastern, the Hype Watch, all together with Don Willie, LT, JB, and maybe, who knows, maybe a guest, maybe not. We'll see. We'll be covering this episode in greater detail. Hopefully, you guys can make it. We look forward to seeing you there. Anyone watching this on replay, be sure to tune in. And thanks for watching. Have a good one.
What's dead may never die.
Damn it. Are we off? Jerry?